The first thing we want to do is to measure out our sawdust. That is, the measurements you need is not a big deal. Many people are always confused. Okay, how many bucket of sawdust do I use to rice bran? You're using 1:4. You can always just use 1:4. I'm not saying that's the standard for everybody, but that is something good you can always use. 1:4. That is one of, if you're using 4 of these for sawdust, you use 1 of the rice bran. That is 4 of these plastic for sawdust. 4, you measure 4 sawdust, 4 bucket of this to 1 of the rice bran. That's what you need. So whatever thing you use, whatever quantity you use, just when you divide it into 4, with 1 portion from rice bran of 1 of these is what you need. As I think like that, watch me as I do it. Because I want you to get this thing very well. Once you are measuring out the sawdust, you can just use your hand to remove every hard materials. These are ropes. So these are things you watch out for. This is one of sawdust. So to this class, we will just be doing 2. If we measure 2 of these, what do you think we would measure for this? If we use 2 of this, what do you think we measure for this? Watch me. Watch me. This is the same rice bran. So let me take from this. See what I measured. See what I measured. I measured half of this. So half of this in 4 places gives us what is on ground for the sawdust. No, I measured 2 of this of sawdust. So to 1. When we divide this into 4, we get the quantity I've measured for this rice bran. So that is 4:1. So that is what you need as standard. The rice bran shouldn't be as much as this sawdust. No, you need a lesser rice bran to sawdust. So now let's go. Let's go on the mixing. So what you do in mixing it, you spread it round evenly. Spread it. I see. Spread it around. You see? Yes. If you observe people who work as laborers, bricklayers, the way they mix their materials, that's the way you will be mixing this. I'll take picture on everything clearly, step by step, to see everything. These things are very easy, and you don't need to be scared about it. So let me take you through on everything now. So I'm going to be removing the things we don't need right now, so that we have a free environment to work, because we need space right now. Let me get out this the pipes, but we don't need the pipes now. We need the nylon, but that's after mixing. We also need the roots, but that's after mixing. Not to make raw material round. Divide into 2 so you can properly mix. That's most times when you are mixing very large quantity. Now I'm doing this just because it's a class to show you. If you are doing it for production, there sometimes you can keep the whole of this place. You might need somebody to join you just to mix. You divide the portion into 2. One person takes one, you take the other one, just like I divided this. So mix this, mix. As you're mixing, if you discover any solid materials like the wood itself or stone, just use your hand to remove them and throw them away. Remove them, take them out. And see, this is to ensure proper mixing of this rice bran with the sawdust. You want to mix them properly. Same with this. So you mix them together. Mix them together so the glass can spread evenly. Now it's time to add water to this. So make sure you pay close attention. Pay close attention because you need to see this. When adding your water, you don't want your mixture to be soaked. No, you don't want your mixture to be soaked. It's going to spoil the whole process. Mushrooms don't grow in moist environments. No, they don't grow in moist environment. If the material is moist, that is, you dip your hand and your hand is still so messy, they won't perform well. They won't grow well. The spawn will be killed. They will die. The spawn will die. So you want the material, that is the mixture, to just have a little hold of water. And I will show you in this video. So just watch as I say water. The water is just to get the kind of water you need. As you pour a little portion, you mix. The simple logic to it is you just have a portion of water to get the materials dark. That's a simple logic to it. Portion of water that will get it dark. So as you pour a little, you mix. If you still find some dried sawdust, then you've not gotten there. Pour some little water again, mix again, and once you see that the darkness has spread around, then you dip your hand into it. You see that the portion, the sign I would show your hand is your hand appears wet, or you can't find drops of water on your hand. That's what you need. When you dip your hand into it, your hand should appear dark, wet, or you are not seeing the traces of the water. You just know that something wet has touched your hand. That's the simple logic. I'm teaching you practically. This is so you can do it, so a layman will understand this. That's why I'm doing this, so you understand it. This is very simple. So now I'll mix. Let's do the first mixing, and I'll tell you when I'm talking about. You must be patient. Don't rush, so that you achieve the desired result. Because when you roll, you'll be tempted to add excess water at once, and you don't want that, because if you add excess water, it won't do well. You need to add some sawdust to get out the excess water. Now I've mixed for the first time. What do you observe? You see that we still have dried sawdust. We still have a lot of dried sawdust. This is not what we want. This is not what we want for our mushroom, our substrate bank for oyster mushroom cultivation. This is not what we want. So we add some more water again. I'm doing this patiently just to show you. We add some more water again. Add some more water. You can either add it around or you add it to the center. The aim is that you achieve the desired result. So see, I'll mix again after this. I will check again. Just be watching the color change as we do it. can see the color is gradually turning into the dark color we are talking of. Though there's still some surface dryness, but we're gradually getting. Okay. Right now, we still have some particles of dried sawdust. We still have some dried sawdust in this mixture. This means we still have a little portion of water to make this our perfect substrate mixture. You can see right there we still have some dried sawdust showing out. Once you are seeing whitish look like dried wood, it means you've not achieved your result. So we'll mix again till we get our desired result. So now with this, we definitely get our desired results. Okay. Issues. And if at any time you had excess water, do not panic. What you need to do is look for some dried sawdust which you still have left and add to the mixture and mix again properly. That's what you need to do. Or you spread out the mixture for a while, open them, split them for the sun to fast through them. Some little water will be there. Some little portion of water is gone, and you can now remix. Now you can separate into two halves for proper mixing. Proper mixing. This is what we need. You can see that by the time you hold this, water is not dripping out from it, but it is wet. Water is not dripping out, but it is wet. That is what we need. So we have successfully mixed this. We start to mix this up. Let's carry out our test. Yes, you can also see that this is wet, but it's not dripping water. You don't want a substrate mixture that is dripping water. It's going to spoil your whole work. It will kill the spawn. You don't want a substrate mixture that is dripping water. It will also cause easy growth of contamination, because once it's wet and damp, contamination will successfully thrive in the mixture. So now you can now either mix the two portions together, or you bag, or you do it separately. The next thing we are doing is to bag the whole process. You want to bag the two portions into nylon. So it's as simple as this. Now you've seen how to properly mix your substrate and your ingredient. As I said earlier on, these are not the only ingredients that can be used. In your environment, you might not have access to sawdust. You can use other things. Some people use dried leaves. Some people use corn husks. Some people use different things. All you need to do is ensure you have the right proportions of the material and then the added ingredients like rice bran, wheat bran, and other things. Once you do that, mix them properly. Now, this is when we make this tube. We need our nylon and our rope. We no longer need water. Now turn out the water, and now this is the time you can see it, and I'll show you what to do next. This is very simple, as you can see, very simple. Let me know in the comment section if you're learning from this video, if you're excited to watching this on this channel. Let me know in the comment section. If this is your first time, also let me know in the comment section. If this is your first time of seeing how to properly mix your substrate back, leave it in the comment section. I also have some other videos, educative videos on mushroom cultivation. Make sure you check the other videos on this channel, or if you're watching on social media, check the other videos and learn from it. So now with the bagging, you can just add a small plastic to put in your nylon. So now there is no standard when it comes to bagging in terms of the size or the weight. It all depends on you. It all depends on you. Some people prefer maintaining a particular weight, which is good. It helps you when you maintain a particular weight. That is, maybe you are the type that sell the substrate bags out to people. Okay, you now know, okay, when somebody wants to buy a bag, it says, okay, what's the size, blah blah blah. You say, okay, it weighs 1 kg, it weighs 2 kg. But for a start, you don't need to disturb yourself on all of those things. Just have a measurement that, okay, based on the iron drum I want to use to eat, maybe I'm using a big iron drum or a small pot, this is the size that will enter. If I have 10 of this, it will enter. So you maintain that size. See, just like this. When you put it, just stretch it a little and just stretch it a little. See, some people can decide to add more. It just depends on you. It just depends on what you want. What you just figure out what based on your available resources. See, there's no perfect size. There's no perfect size. Provided you have spawn, enough spawn. There's no perfect size to this thing. Spawn are the seeds. Spawn are the seeds. So there's no perfect size to it. So now, after doing this, what you do next? This is where you need a rope. The rope comes in. You need a rope at this time. This is when you need a rope. Let me show you how we use the rope. See, this is the rope. Now you take this nylon in which is back. You want to tie it, so you can just roll a bit. You roll a bit. Try and make sure it's free from hair. That is after you put the sawdust. Then you take the rope, and you tie. You tie the nylon. See, that's what you need the rope for. You bag the sawdust. You tie the nylon, because after bagging this way, we are going to take it into the iron drum or the pot. You are using a pot, and you don't want a situation whereby you put in the iron drum and the heat is on, and then this bag, the opening loose, and then the sawdust turns inside the drum. That's a wasted effort. You have to bring it back and mix the sawdust again. So you just bag this way and then tie the marks and put aside. So you bag everything. All you need to do is just repeat the same thing we did earlier. Measure, just fill up the nylon and tie. So this is just what you need to do. This is just what you need to do. So there are some people that may not be able to measure accurately, so that's why you might need to weigh. But for a start, if you don't have money to get a scale, you just need to, just do whatever works for you. I will show you a scale which you can use, but if you don't have the resources, just use what is available to you. Don't disturb yourself. That's why I've decided to do this without a scale and without any sophisticated equipment, so you know that it is possible. Because if I decide to bring out some of my equipment, you would think because I don't have this, that's why the thing didn't work out for me when I tried. No, you don't have to have everything figured out. Just use what you have. That's it. Use what you have. This is the second bag. You can see it has numbers. That's the readings. So when you weigh your bags, you just place them on it. If it's 1 kg bag, 2 kg bag you want to do, just put them and then you weigh properly. So if you're the type that want to have like a perfect let me place it here, so you can see, you want to have perfect mixture. So you place it, then you switch the reading, to 0. This is 0. Now you can weigh the bags. You can see, weigh the bags. So this is about 1.4 kg. This bag weighs about 1.4 kg. 1.4 kg. Let's see for this. This one also weighs about 1.4 kg. So that's what I told you, that all you just need to do is to be able to gauge with your eyes. So this two now weighs 1.4 kg each. So you don't necessarily have to have a scale. Just gauge with your eyes. Okay, this is the when you measure this, then you can say maybe I'll measure 5 of this, 4 of this into the nylon. So you just keep repeating it. That's what you need. You don't need to have all of this expensive equipment for your substrate bags preparation, and even for some other stages of the oyster mushroom cultivation. You don't need to have to go and take a huge loan. No, there are things around you that you don't use that expensive. So in order to keep the video not so long, I would stop here for this stage. This is the substrate bag preparation for the bagging. To this point, we stopped at the bagging stage, which you've seen. These are the bags. These are the bags you've seen. We've not sterilized. So we only stop at the bagging stage. Right now, you cannot plant with these bags because they still contain contamination, just as they are. So if you put any spawn, any seed, you will just waste your time, you waste your effort, because they will not germinate. They won't give you the result you want. They will start coming out, but you will see contamination all over it, and you can't consume that because that's not good for you. It's not good for your body system. You need to sterilize this properly, kill every contamination and germs there before you use them. So thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you've been into mushroom cultivation, what's your experience like. If you are new to this, let me know if you are new to this. If you also need a one-on-one tutorial, one-on-one training on oyster mushroom cultivation, also let me know. You can leave a comment, or you contact the number on your screen. And whatever comment you have, suggestions, you have some videos you want me to make, let me also know in the comment section. You need explanation, 1 or 2 things, let me know. Also subscribe to this channel and share this video to as many people that needs to learn the things that are going on here. Make sure you go over my other videos, previous videos, and all other videos I'll be dropping on this channel. I'm going to break down mushroom cultivation for you, oyster mushroom cultivation. You would see everything practically. I am William Emmanuel. Bye, guys.